What are common mistakes for newbie writers? Oh, that's a good question. Oh, there's so many mistakes. And you know what? There's so many mistakes as an advanced writer, too, um, which we can talk about another time. But I mean, mistakes are just made all the time. I make mistakes every day in my writing, so, but I think the mistakes I run into the most, number one, is thinking you're going to be an amazing artist as soon as you sit down and write for like a week, and then that's kind of a problem because you're gonna suck. When you learn something new, you're just gonna suck. So just be prepared for that. Just enjoy sucking. I don't like the way I worded that, but just enjoy it. Enjoy the learning process for number one. What else are some new mistakes, or some mistakes that newbies make? Not new mistakes. That doesn't make any sense. Well, no, not all mistakes are new. That's a lie. Some mistakes are quite repeated. Let's see. I would say, oh, one thing I know, some mistakes I've seen, although I feel like this is a little more advanced, perhaps thinking that your idea is new. It's probably not. Thinking people can steal your ideas. They can, but they probably won't, because stealing your idea involves work, and people don't like working that hard. So if you have an idea, don't worry about people stealing it, and on the other hand, don't talk about it too much, because what people end up doing is they talk about their ideas and then they never do them. And that's very, very, very common for new writers, because you're so excited that you want to tell people about it, so you tell everyone about it, and then you're not excited anymore because it's more fun when it's a secret, I guess. And so when it's like bottled up inside you as a secret, you want to put it on paper more. So just put it on paper and keep your mouth shut. People probably won't steal your ideas. And you can't copyright ideas. Another thing, you can't copyright ideas, and you can't copyright titles. Also, another fun thing you should know is your work is automatically copywritten, according to at least U.S. law. According to U.S. law, it's copywritten as soon as you put it down in a computer word processor. And so I know some writers who are older than me, or just not keeping up with current trends or current laws for writing. They'll say to like mail it to yourself. Don't do that. That's it's called the poor man's copyright, and it hasn't actually been a legal binding idea for the last 30 years or 20 years at least, because I think when I first started writing when I was in middle school, that was a thing, but it's not a thing. So just remember that as soon as you put it in your computer, it saves into kind of the hardware or software, and it's automatically copywritten. It's automatically yours, but you do have to copyright it at the Copyright Office if you ever want to publish it yourself. But I'm going on a weird tangent here, but if you ever want to submit your work, like poetry or anything like that, to a magazine, don't copyright it first, because then the magazine will say, oh, this writer doesn't trust us. This writer is trying to hold on to their work very, very tightly. So usually if you submit to like a magazine or a agent or anything like that, you shouldn't copyright it, because it shows mistrust between you and the person you're trying to sell it to. So don't do any of that. I'm trying to think of anything else. I mean, I would say as a new writer, you won't be brilliant. Just enjoy the learning process. Learn to take criticism well, and learn to ignore other types of criticism. I had to learn that as well. I used to do a internship. Yeah, that's what it was. I did an internship for a blog, and people hated me, and they put some nasty comments and stuff in there. But I mean, now I don't really care. Like, I actually found a blog post of a lady that was just like ranting about how much she hated me. And I actually found it really entertaining. So she compared me to Mark Driscoll. And if you don't know who Mark Driscoll is, he's a very intense Christian pastor. So she compared me to him, which she doesn't know that he's one of my favorite pastors to watch. So it was a compliment as far as I was concerned. So learn to get some thick skin, because there's going to be people that hate you, and there's going to be people that love you anyways, and it's just part of the gig.